Hello, Facebook. So this whole ice bucket challenge thing has become one massive controversy, and I've kind of kept quiet about it until now, but I felt like it was time to speak up. As a person that has been directly affected and has had a family member that had the disease, I feel like I have a responsibility to the individuals fighting ALS now and the loved ones fighting alongside them to make this video. So we all know that social media grabbed a hold of this hashtag and the whole entire situation evolved on its own, and it's nobody's fault. So please stop knocking everybody that's just dumping ice water on their heads. These people are actually making a massive difference in the fight against ALS. I think last time I checked, the ALS Association reported that donations have increased tenfold since this whole situation went viral, which is huge. This attention was exactly what we all needed. We have the attention now, momentum. So let's keep the momentum going. So keep dumping ice water on your heads. But a little background of the disease for everybody who's wondering what exactly amyotrophic lateral sclerosis really is. ALS is a neurodegenerative disease. As it progresses, the neurotransmitters in the brain and spinal cord are compromised, which basically hinders the ability of them to send messages through your nerves to different muscles of your body. So what exactly does this mean? Basically, as more of these motor neurons become affected, the more you lose the ability to move the different parts of your body. So the disease commonly starts or expresses itself through the limbs. So like a patient might start losing their ability to walk, maybe walk with a limp in the beginning, have difficulty using a remote control. It really affects the dexterity in your fingers. The prognosis is always fatal with a very vague time frame. Experiencing it firsthand, it is painful to watch. The person basically becomes a prisoner in their own body. It's not like any other disease. You know, with something like multiple sclerosis, another neurodegenerative disease, you have good days and bad days, where one day your body might work better than another, and there seems to be hope. With ALS, it's just constant deterioration, like there's no good days. So from the patient's perspective, imagine learning that you're going to die, but everything that we take for granted, everything that makes you human, is going to be taken away from you first. So the patient will lose their ability to walk, to feed themselves, to let alone chew their own food, to use the bathroom on their own, sleep comfortably, to hold somebody's hand, or even when they lose their ability to speak, to say I love you. Fortunately, the disease isn't as far-reaching as, say, cancer. I think that it's about 1 in 50,000 people that are affected by it, but the issue here is that because less people are affected, obviously less people care. However, we all know that humanity has proved time and time again that we can do anything if we have the right resources. We can cure diseases that we thought were uncurable. We do amazing things. All we need are the resources. And thanks to Pete Freites and everybody who's dumping ice on their heads, we are gaining this momentum. We're getting these resources. The donations are coming in, and it's awesome. So who exactly is Pete Freites? So Pete Freites is the man behind the Ice Bucket Challenge. He's an incredibly brave man suffering from ALS. He was a Division I baseball player, and I believe he was diagnosed in his late 20s. But he first made the video, and since then we have the Ice Bucket Challenge. Pete is a fighter, and he will be remembered throughout history for his contribution to fighting ALS. So everybody that's dumping ice in your heads, don't let anybody tell you that you're not making a contribution. You're working with what you know. Because of my knowledge of the illness, I personally didn't think it would be appropriate to just dump ice on my head, so I made this video. So my challenge is, if you're directly suffering from ALS, if you have a loved one who's suffering from ALS, or a friend, just post your experience, share your story, and educate. Because these videos of everybody dumping this ice is really awesome, but maybe some background or some insight into what this disease really is would be better to help spread this awareness. So included with the video is a link to Pete's website, And also, I am very fortunate to have an amazing support group. My good friend Dan is organizing a team in memory of my mother in Washington, D.C. for the ALS walk. So there's a link there. If you're able to, please donate. All the proceeds will go to ALS research. Thank you so much for your time, guys, and keep this up. Thanks.